That's because important thing is that today's the nation's importance is that the multiplication of the elite dairy animals. This is one of the actually livestock mission, and that's why different livestock, this embryo transfer, cloning, and ovum pickup is going on. But I will say these are some of the problem. If you have not going to be addressed this, if you are not going to be carried, even if you have a light animal, you are not going to be get actually what the purpose we are making for a light animal. For example, mastitis, and post-trimester, these are I have taken as a representative. I'm not going to talk anything about these two diseases as well as it. But I want to share it here. These are nothing is not diseases. Neither personally, it is neither diseases and neither the physiological state, because postpartum stress is physiological state. My interest is that if you have animal, if you have own genetics, if you are not going to be take care, all the problem, whether it the mastitis is there or metritis is there or postpartum stress is going to be happen, whether it is a best to best animal is there. So that's why I'm going to be share. So that's actually, this is the last my slide. I'm going to be end it here. That if you have a good chromatin, if you are not going to be, if you have good chromatin, if you are not going to be protect, one thing what we are going to be shared with us, virulence and particularly the interaction with the host, pathogen. And pathogen here we are going to be changed, which is the most commonly involved into mastitis, and even actually this is the reason because of postpartum, that is also physiological state. So if you are not going to protect it, it's going to be bad. And if you have a bad actually also, if you know that it is going to be bad because of this reason, you can protect by the nutrition. That's actually the most important. And that's why I'm going to share some of the things. So I think all of you know, we have a work actually, this is a thing that we know that in postpartum, mastitis, metritis, anything, the reproductive and female reproductive performance is going to be one of the major actually the constraint. And I work and publish that this is one reason that's most probably is because of the aromatase gene. Aromatase gene is going to be encode the estrogen hormone, and that's my story we are going to be sharing. So because you know the estrogen is considered as the female fertility hormone, and if anything happened with that gene, and this is one gene I would like to be shared because 20 years I work on this gene, I can share here in very proudly that this is one gene of buffalo. You know, in the morning actually it was also discussed that we should brand the buffalo. Brand cannot be, none of the actually anything cannot be brand until unless you have the quality, you know the actually the. So if you do not know, I can share it. Buffalo, we are talking about the buffalo, but we know actually anything about the buffalo. This is the question Dr. Datta is also talking. I also am talking. Even not a single gene of buffalo has been characterized so far. I'm going to be share here. This even in the cow, based on the cow, the information we are taking. But buffalo, when we are deleting it, actually the fine tuning, actually the gene expression and gene regulation, we found the buffalo is different. Even cattle has also not addressed actually after my actually the paper, they have addressed into the bovine, and they have been addressed in a very big way, which is not being exploited here also till today. So that actually, and that's why I'm talking that the host has no problem. None of the host is a problem, but if you the virulence, for example, we are going to be share some of the information about the virulence. If the virulence dominate, then whatever the genetics is there, it's going to be. So it depends upon that, the balance actually. So if you have a virulence, if you know that how to actually the virulence affect the host genome, you can reverse it. If you know that what is the host genome is going to be product of genome, you can make it. So that's actually the story. And this is we already morning, because this is ovary and female fertility. This is the process, and this all process is going to be regulated by estrogen. I will share one thing. For follicular development, follicle is going to be operated till the estrogen is going to be high. Until estrogen is not going to be shut down, it is not going to be ovulate, so it has to be shut down. And this is happening into one cell, that's a granulosa cell, because the aromatase is coming from the estrogen from the granulosa cell. No other actually the tissue as far as the ovary produces granulosa estrogen hormone. And there's a beauty of this estrogen. That's why I chosen that particular gene that's called CYP19, and Bradley classification, it's aromatase. All the almost process of the abnormal estrogen metabolism lead to be the reproductive problem of the animals. That's why I have chosen actually 20 years back actually this particular gene to be decoded. So this and here what we are going to be talk about this today is uterine infection. We all know the uterine infection is going to be lead. Here I'm not going to discuss about the uterine etiology and this, but what I wanted to be share is that when the uterine infection, mastitis, anyhow the bacterial E. coli is going to be increased into the system, That's LPS is going to be accumulated in follicular fluid, and that's whether because this is through circulation. And it is not, I have already estimated in the follicular fluid, the estrogen, the LPS is going to be upregulated. Granulosa cell as a natural system of the body, the granulosa cell also take TLR receptor. And TLR receptor through LPS is going to be work and affect actually the ovarian physiology and particularly estrogen metabolism. And if estrogen metabolism is going to be down, the whole ovarian process is going to be affected, and ultimately infertility is going to be happen. So when we decoded, actually this is the summary of at least 10 paper, and we have actually a long batch with the Dr. Datta, we have a NAIP decoded the how. That's why I'm talking about based on all the experiment. Based on all the experiment is not by the girls. We have proven by that the GATA4 is actually the through FSS and IGF, it is well established in human last, I think, the 2-3 decades. But what we do get decoded it because human, there is a in human, what is a known actually, it is regulated by one particular transcription factor. But in cow and buffalo, that transcription factor is mutated. When we clone actually this particular gene, we are very excited. That's maybe the poor response of ovarian function because of this. But later on, we found out it is not the problem with the animal because animal adapted and GATA4 is liver. So there is a reverse actually rating transcription factor. So that's a, but we have decoded a novel mechanism of the buffalo that instead of the transcription factor, GATA4 actually involved into the regulation. What I wanted to say, we have a complete system. We have a granulosa cell system. That's a well-established model, and we coded, and this is our particular model. What we have shown is exactly replicating in terms of the what is happening in vivo. Means when the cycle is going on, at the granulosa cell, what gene after the LS search, when the LS search is going on, every 2, 3, 4 hours, we have analyzed the gene, what is going on and what is going up before that. And this data I have taken from Stanford because they have a 64-hour data from the PMSG treatment and LSG. I validated in buffalo. We found that there is some of the gene which is interesting. So based on that, we have actually proposed a model that we can use as a in vivo model. So what you are studying here is going to be exactly, and that's why this has been curated into the NIH database for gene expression as well as another function. So this is a couple of that. So we have already told that if you have LPS, they have a receptor, they are going to be upregulate the cytokine, and cytokine is a protective mechanism. But when it is going to be protection, the cell has diverted their physiology, and this may lead to another function. So we have shown that LPS, and if we block actually LPS in the receptor LPS, then it is going to be so they done. Thank you. So what I wanted to say is here, if there is a LPS come into the follicular fluid, either by matrices or matrices, this is happening whether it is in vivo, but we have done in vitro. Exactly is going to be in vivo system. So it is going to be affected, but if you can block the estrogen, this LPS, then it is going to be reversible. What is needed here? We need an intervention, nutritional intervention. Even if follicular LPS is there, then you can change actually the physiology, and even the infection is there, physiology is not going to be changed. That's why we did the experiment, and there is several of experiment. Ultimately, I ended with this endotoxin induced there. This is the mechanism, and this complete physiological mechanism is there. And we have shown the LPS and the IGF-1. IGF-1 is the indicator. That's why postpartum is the most of mastitis and mastitis exact happen when the animal is high fertile animal. In that, actually, LPS is get dominated and the infection is going to happen. So if you block it, and then we have to make a strategy, we have treated the conjugated leg because over the mechanism we have studied, and internally we found the one particular gene which is going to be regulated, and then we have given a conjugated linoleic acid because this is working as the SGSE inhibitor. What we have shown, this SGSE inhibitor prevent the LPS. So SGSE inhibitor can be therapeutic. So what I am going to propose it here, I propose this mechanism. If you treat the animal and somehow increase the actually conjugated linoleic acid in circulation, the animal, even if it is has a problem as far as this is not going to be mastitis because the SGSE is going to be protected by this. And if you can, any inhibitor, if you can use it SGSE. So, and that's why this paper I can share is this paper is published in American Journal of Reproductive Immunology, the first paper published from buffalo using as a model. Because this is human, and that's a Society of Reproductive Immunology of the humans actually, and that's obvious because we have shown that this is a common mechanism by which chromatin changes, gene changes and chromatin changes, and that's why it is going to affect it. So based on that, this is the story what we have shared, that if it is going to be intervention or infection, then chromatin is going to be changed. But nature has a very beautiful system. This try to reverse it. So if it is reverse it, it is okay. But what happens if it is repeatedly is going to be happen? Suppose that there is one elite animal, if it is repeatedly is going to be infected, then at the stage, yeah, it is just like I will give example. Suppose some of the people, if you are going and someone is just making a bad remark to you every day, what you will say? You will ignore it. Similarly, if the LPS or any infection is going to repeatedly taken, then one day chromatin change in such a way that is not going to be reversed. And if it is happening, even the best animal cannot be recovered later on. So we did the experiment and repeatedly make that, and we called as the cell which is the tolerant. I have given example. I'm not going to much detail because this is all the data which is showing it here is published. I'm in NCBI, a good journal. So you can download if anyone is interested and you can find out. So what I've shown is the one granulosa cell, which is the endotoxin sensitive, which has the which has a chromatin, which can be reversed. But one is that when repeated infection is happened, then is that. And if you see, if you give this and in this actually endotoxin tolerance, if you give the LPS, there is no response. Immunocytokine is not going to happen. It's so the protection mechanism is lost. That cell is a protection mechanism is lost. That's we call it endotoxin tolerant. So we make actually why it is happening, because if you decode actually what's happening in genome, by which is actually chromatin changing, you can make a therapeutic intervention. And that's why actually basically gene has been exploited for therapeutic intervention. So we did a couple of experiments. That's we make the whole genome sequencing of that particular 2 cell. We filter the gene and then we identify. So I'm not going to tell actually, but later on we found one particular gene and which is involved into tryptophan metabolism. And that's actually make that endotoxin tolerant. So we found the ID1 gene, and this is a normal gene. First time I reported into the granulosa cell. When the cell is given to endotoxin, this gene is get activated. What the gene is doing? This gene is involved into the tryptophan metabolism. What happening into that endotoxin tolerant cell? Endotoxin tolerant cell basically use the tryptophan from media or from the circulation in biosystem, and then it convert into the kynurenine. Kynurenine actually make the cell endotoxin. So what I'm shows is that the kynurenine regulation was induced by endotoxin. So if you use the actually any analogs of the kynurenine, the tryptophan metabolism, either you increase the tryptophan metabolism, you can prevent the metritis, or you use the actually the kynurenine substitute, you can reverse actually the as far as endotoxin tolerance, and cell can be or animal can be recovered that. So this is a couple of it because we are trying to understand, because ID1 is also involved with some other mechanism, because tryptophan is very important. What is the fine tuning of this ID1? We identify another microRNA. I would like to share this particularly young scientists, and this one thing you should remember now. We know the gene, we know the protein, but the major regulator would be going to be happen a non-coding gene, because non-coding is basically regulator. So I think there is now the emphasis into the gene regulation should be given into non-coding region. And one best example I can give for the students, and that's nothing, it is that is the tRNA. You know that without tRNA, not any single protein is going to be coded by the tRNA gene, but without tRNA, none of the cell can be sustained. I hope you understand whatever I'm talking about. So that's we identified 326 paper. This is also a paper has been highlighted very much. And at the end, actually, what we are going to be send a message and home take message. It is not important how the elite animal you have. Important is to provide the good nutrition and the product from infection. It is infected might mitigate its effect. That's I have given. There is a class and there is different strategy. And then you can be with this specialized nutrient before the tolerant permanently affect the phenotype. If you are not making this type, and then anyone is going to be bad, or even if you have elite animal. So my message is that whatever you can do it as far as elite animal production and this care, you have to be same time you have good manager, you have, but we have to be know the strategy, just like it. That's actually the important is that we have to be work very deep into as far as if you want to be understand the buffalo, you have to be very deep, and then you have to be develop own strategy in our system. No one is going to be, Western world is not going to make system and that is not, no one published ID1 in Buffalo as far as the metastasis is there. We have published, we can exploit it. I think that's if you read it, nutrition scientists can work on that. But the problem is that we do not read actually the paper published from us. We generally download from that actually the paper is Western. But now the time comes, the science is going on in India also, very good science is going on. And so you please try to, whenever make the review, try to find out actually and download your paper and your institute and contact it. If you can develop a strategy, we can resolve actually several flow problem. We don't have any strategy. We are very enough lucky as far as grant is concerned. I think there is no grant, we have not grabbed it. So that thank you very much, our lab. And of course, our lab is very associated with the very leading institution and very scientists and like Dr. Datta, Dr. Chavan, our honorable director, we are very closely. And that's why also why I'm saying this is actually because you have to be working into group. If you are not going to be join hands with this, you are not going to make a dent into the science. Because science is one particular gene, I'm telling. CYP19 in Buffalo, I can say I'm on the word. No one is published more than Buffalo, actually, what we publish. And no one want to be published because we already disclosed of it. So that's you have to be very, very everyone has to be working in a way and into this. Means 20 years, one gene, just decoding one gene, I spent 20 years. How you can be actually think that everyone, all the gene of Buffalo can be studied by a single person? It is impossible. I can share the GATA4, the person, one person is working GATA4 40 years, only for GATA4 gene. And that's, he has given me the clue when I find a mutation. I read a paper, I call him, sir, this is actually problem. And he said, that's the GATA4 can be taken care and be validated and found. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.